But she's with us, Ann Coulter. Good to talk to you, my friend.
Hello, Larry O'Connor. Did you hear the bad news about Roger Stone?
That he was convicted.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. But you've had dealings with Roger Stone in the past, haven't you?
Yeah, he's a wild man. You shouldn't be convicted for being a wild man. He's fun.
The Netflix series certainly portrays a pretty fun guy, I gotta say. But, listen, actually, you know what? Enough with this friendly talk. I'm angry at you. You are? Yes,
what did I do?
Because you knew you were coming on the program today, and you went and gave C-SPAN a soundbite today before you came on my show, and now it's going everywhere.
I did?
Yes, you haven't seen this?
What was it?
Everyone's talking about
No.
You said that, I guess you were asked, why is the president mad at you or something, and you said the moment I said that he was no better than Jeb ! And so that's everywhere now.
Well, I never leaked that conversation. My lips are sealed, but we did. It leaked actually it took like a month for it to leak that I had been in the Oval Office yelling at him. But he really, that was funny, and I sort of appreciated that about him. But that was the moment.
Yes.
Not when I said he's not keeping his promises. What about the left behind? What about, the forgotten man? Whatever happened to the new NAFTA? You haven't blah, 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 blah. And he said something about, but I've had great judges. I said, Jeb ! Would have good judges too. And that's when he blew up and the cursing started.
Well, listen, earlier in the week also, President Trump put out a tweet about the DACA arguments that were going on the Supreme Court, and he said, if the Supreme Court remedies with an overturn, a deal will be made with Democrats for them to stay, and you tweeted, okay, that does it, I give up, they can stay, you must go. People are angry at you because they think you're being very mean to President Trump.
How do you explain that tweet of his, Larry?
Well,
he goes through what the problem with the dreamers, how they're not so young, they're not angels, a bunch of them are hardened criminals. All of that's true. And then the last line of the tweet is, and don't worry, I'll fight to keep them here.
So, and this is what, it's really funny because people were very angry at you for saying that, but then if I were to follow up with them and say, well, do you think the Dreamers should stay here? They'll say, no, deport them all. And it's like, okay, well, I don't know what to say at that.
I love my friend Matt Drudge, and I love that he is mad at the president for not keeping his promises also, but it was a little deceptive. He did make the last line of my tweet the headline on the Drudge Report the day before the impeachment hearing started. Yeah. So if you only looked at the headline, you'd think that's what I was talking about. Right. If you know anything about me and Donald Trump and the fact that I supported him from actually 2 weeks after he came down the escalator. I mean, I thought he had the best chance 2 days later, as I said on real time, but it took me 2 weeks. When he didn't back down after 2 weeks, I was pedal to the metal for that guy. I was introducing him at speeches. Why? Because of the issues he was running on. I don't know if he's funny. I like that he tweets.
So, and by the way, and that's not to say you obviously think this. I mean, I shouldn't put words in your mouth. What do you think of this impeachment process? Do you think the president has committed a bribery or a high crime and misdemeanor that should constitute being removed from office?
Oh, for Pete's sake, these Democrats. Before I went on C-SPAN this morning, I was sitting with a congressional aide, and I was advising him on how to go after Trump, telling him, you guys are doing it wrong. You were just throwing the election to him, which, okay, fine, but I'd like to get the wall. You got to run on him not keeping his promises. That would be a winner. No, the impeachment thing is this business about a quid pro quo. That's what foreign policy is. What was Obama's Iran deal? Okay, we'll lift sanctions on you, and in exchange for that, you stop building nuclear reactors. That's what foreign policy is. It's 100% in the hands of the president. It's not in the hands of these
but Ann,
dirty wafts and foggy bottoms.
But Ann, this is a foreign policy thing that would help the president politically, and no other president before this has ever asked for anything in foreign policy that would help them politically.
No, I mean, everything a president does would help him politically. I think the Iran deal helped Obama politically. What else is he going to put in the Obama museum and library? Wrecked healthcare, 2009.
That's going to be a long wing. I think that's the Soros wing of the library. Ann Coulter, I guess what I'm trying to get at here is you were, again, one of the first most high-profile conservative pundits to support the president. You wanted him elected. People ridiculed you because of it. There are many things about this presidency you're happy with, but at the same time, and I join you in that, but at the same time, there are things about this presidency that is very frustrating, not least of which his position on immigration that really won the election for him, that he's not always focusing on the way he should.
Yes, I'm worried Trump is becoming a never-Trumper.
We will leave
I'm the one who
there.
supports the original article, the campaign. I support everything I wrote in Trump We Trust. Can we get back to that?
See there. I was angry that you didn't give me the soundbite about Jeb exclamation point, but instead you gave me a better soundbite that you're afraid he's becoming a never-Trumper. Ann, thank you. Good to talk to you.
Thanks, Larry. Bye-bye.
We'll catch you next week on Friday. I like Ann Coulter, and nothing you can say can change my mind. Go ahead, change my mind. I like Ann Coulter. Change my mind. 888-630 WMAL.
Washington's Mall, WMAL, where Washington comes to talk.